Thank you for agreeing to take part in our My Futures Careers Day. Please, can you tell me your name, job title, and the organisation you work for?
So I'm Gary Davies. I'm the operations manager for Skanska. We're situated around the world, but I'm here in Somerset to ensure basically the maintenance of the Somerset County Council's network of roads and infrastructure.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm David Roberts, the Fleet Operations Manager for Skanska, and I cover our highways maintenance contracts in Devon, Somerset, North Somerset and the Hinkley Point C contract. The primary role is to ensure all our vehicles and drivers operate safely and lawfully.
Excellent, and across quite a wide geographical area.
Yes, we certainly are.
Gary, I think you're going to tell us more broadly what Skanska does.
Yeah, so Skanska's been established since 1887. It's one of the world's leading project development and construction groups. Populations and cities are forever growing, as well we know, and we want to contribute to improving people's lives by creating healthy workplaces, comfortable homes, and effective facilities for energy, water, transportation and recreation. We generally manage the people, the finances, the design and the construction and our suppliers. And we even take charge of operating some of the facilities that we build. Due mostly to our Swedish heritage, we're green, we're innovative and progressive, and we bring together people and technology as part of our drive to ensure that construction is a safer and more collaborative industry. We're generally operating around the world in selected markets in both Europe and the United States.
So it's a wide range of services you offer, and specifically in Somerset, what are you working on now?
The contract maintains roughly 4,000 miles of carriageway and 1,500 miles of footways, and provides a diverse set of activities and challenges. Basically, maintaining the network requires a number of things. So, winter service, I'm sure you see our gritters out there gritting the roads. We undertake resurfacing, so that's full undertaking of the carriageway and footways, and surface dressing, which literally is a covering of chipping that you've probably seen on the network as you traversed it. We undertake maintenance and full schemes in regards to drainage, so we're basically maintaining the pipes and the covers that allow the water to leave the network. We reconstruct footways, which is basically patching the pavement and renewing the curbs. And we undertake sign maintenance and road markings. And you've obviously, as you've traversed the network, understood and appreciated what signs are for, and the road markings are invaluable in ensuring that the vehicles traverse the network safely. We maintain and manage the grass and by undertaking vegetation cutting across the whole network. And we also clean the gullies. And the most known factor of the maintenance repair we undertake is obviously safety defects. Safety defects is what we regard as the potholes that we generally repair on a day-to-day basis. And we also undertake emergency response, which is literally that we undertake a 24/7 operation and allows us to work effectively beyond the hours of 16:30 and through to the start of business as usual, 7:45 in the morning. So the team requires a wide variety which are necessary to ensure that all aspects of the process chain mesh effectively. From a need to improve or maintain the network infrastructure through to ensuring the job is completed safely. Our key skills include a real commitment to caring for people's safety, being a good team player, having the ability to operate within agreed budgets, being innovative, fully customer focused, flexible and accommodating to meet the needs of the business. I need people who are good communicators, both written and verbal, combined really with an appetite to just get the job done. We have a variety of roles within the team. Designers at the outset, so they basically essentially plan the workings of the activity prior to it being made. They do this by preparing drawings and plans. We have programmers who ensure that the work is prioritised and organised in a way to reflect the client's requirements, including notification to the general public of the works taking place. This is undertaken through permits. We have site management who effectively manage the operatives undertaking the work on site. These drive performance, ensure the work is done both to an environmental and safe working standard, ensuring that we take full responsibility for the quality of the work. Then the operatives who ultimately deliver the work in accordance with the design requirements. We have quantity surveyors who measure and commercially assess the work and request payment. And we have a diverse set of enabling functions: health and safety advisor, an environmental advisor and quality advisor. These all steer the contract to work in accordance with the HSE, the Environmental Agency and our own Skanska requirement standards.
Thank you, Gary. And Dave, within the fleet services side, what skills are you looking for?
Well, within fleet services, there are a wide variety of careers, and all of these must work closely with each other and the contracts to ensure that we remain compliant and the contract has the right amount of vehicles with the right specifications, such as small vans, heavy goods vehicles. Then the vehicles might have cranes, power takeoffs, etc. fitted to them. Alongside this, we must also ensure that the drivers have the relevant licenses and training. Some of the roles within fleet are transport administration, which is basically people who work in the office, can make sure that the paperwork's filed, that our suppliers are paid, that the workshop mechanics are paid, etc. Then you'll have a transport manager, whose primary role is to make sure that the fleet is legal, the drivers are legal, they have the correct licensing, etc. In the workshops, we have the vehicle mechanics who will repair all types of vehicle, including plant equipment. Then in each workshop, you will have a charge hand who's generally more experienced and decides who gets the right work, so ensuring the vehicles are fixed quickly and correctly. Then you have a workshop manager who makes sure all of that works well and also liaises with the different clients that we have. And then there is a person called the risk and compliance manager who makes sure that all the vehicles are inspected on time, the health and safety is correct, etc., etc.
Thank you. And with all these different roles across the company, what do team members enjoy most about working at Skanska?
Skanska is a company that genuinely cares about its staff. Its number one priority is and will always be that we go home safe and well at the end of the day. Something that within the construction industry is quite a difficult task, and everyone must play their part. Staying safe is a personal responsibility we all take very seriously. There are opportunities to progress, and Skanska will help you with this by training and development courses. You must be willing to put the effort in yourself, and then Skanska will fully support you. There are several benefits and reward schemes, such as discounts in certain stores, a bike to work scheme, and the company also takes care of you as a person with various weeks dedicated to issues such as mental health and overall well-being.
Thank you. And keeping that fleet on the road, what are the challenges with fleet services?
Some of the challenges we face are, we need to ensure we have enough qualified and trained drivers for the various roles. For instance, gritting over the winter, there's specialist training to be done that. And our operative's primary role isn't that of a typical heavy goods vehicle driver. Balancing the necessary maintenance of the fleet, such as inspections, MOTs and servicing, while ensuring that operations led by Gary have enough vehicles to carry out their daily tasks. Retaining experienced and trained technicians in the workshops. Apprentices help this. We currently have a young lad in our Glastonbury workshop and a young girl in our Minehead workshop going through mechanic apprenticeships. And reducing accidents and incidents by training the drivers and education, and we use data received from modern telematic systems fitted to our fleet to enable this to happen.
Thank you. And Gary, within that operations environment, what challenges does your team face?
So we're tasked with delivering a wide variety of works in the correct priority, within the correct timescales, safely and with due consideration to members of the public where possible. Materials, weather, resourcing, network occupation and travel in public are just a few of our hurdles that we face when delivering and assembling the task at hand. The impact of the variables I mentioned above are mostly and most certainly the biggest challenges we face every single day of the operation. As Dave alluded to, we also have an apprenticeship program whereby people can join at an early stage and ultimately gain a qualification in order to join the service we undertake.
And finally, could you set a practical task that someone could try at home related to your work?
Okay, well, Skanska, as well as a lot of businesses, always need to look to the future and what's happening next. So with this in mind, I'd like you to please investigate alternative fuels, looking at how many options are there currently. And by these, I mean fuels apart from petrol and diesel. Which of these fuels are truly environmentally friendly? And also what is needed to make them work? And what I mean by that is, if you look at an electric vehicle, for instance, have we got enough charge points to charge if everything went to electric? If you was a mechanic in a workshop, what different things do you need to run an electric car? If you take your electric car home, what do you need to actually charge it? So in general, this is something you can do quite easily from home, a little bit of investigative work all around alternative fuels and what they mean for us and our future.
Excellent. Well, thank you both, Dave and Gary. It's really good insight there into Skanska's work and the skills you require from your team in the future.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.